Thank you, Brian. Hello, everybody. Say Pecha Kucha. Pecha Kucha. Good. All right. Ready? Fire me up. So I'm going to tell you about a personal journey. It's a little more personal than some of these, but it left me for many times feeling a little bit like Harrison Ford with a giant boulder chasing me and not too much that I knew how to do about it. My best laid plans were highly troubled, and I felt in danger for quite a while. So I was suffering, and I was suffering. I had demons and monsters inside my head and outside my head as well. Most of the worst ones were inside. They were voices and beliefs and things that really made my life difficult. But if anyone could have shown me the future that was ahead of me, I would have signed up and paid the money. So what I learned was to build a life like Pooh. Life presents us all with many events. Things happen to us, and we react in various different ways. We all do, based on our temperament and our learning and so on. But in all of that, Pooh just is in the face of everything that happens. So what does it mean to be a Pooh? This is borrowed from the Tao of Pooh by Benjamin Hoff. Things just happen in the right way at the right time, at least when you let them. When you work with circumstances, instead of saying this isn't supposed to be happening this way and trying harder and harder and harder to make it happen some other way. So the best laid plans for all of us, of mice and men, don't always go the way we want. The world interferes. The world has its own ideas. The world makes things happen, and sometimes we become victims without any input of our own. The world happens to us, and even the wealthy and powerful sometimes trip over their swords, and we find that they contribute to their own suffering in ways that they never anticipated, but by the choices that they make. So my own dream achieved in January of 1996 and collapsed in March. I moved to the country, to my country paradise, my dream realized. But I was with the wrong woman, my wife, because she and her boyfriend had made other plans. I had been and continued to live in delusion, me in the past in this family of fantasy, and she in the future of her new fantasy. I didn't get it. The plan had changed, and I didn't get it. I was adrift and grasping and trying all kinds of things to try and make it the way that it was, and failing and getting more and more desperate. But she had reached her Rubicon, her point of no return, the river you can't turn back from. And it took me a while to figure it out. I thought I wanted to part amicably. My friend said, no, you must fight for your marriage. Do everything you can to make it work. I failed. The marriage ended. The darkness consumed me. I went into depression. I went very much to the dark side, to which we can all go, but I'm willing to admit that I spent some time there. But I wanted to kill people. I had a list of 9 that I was going to kill, myself being last. I needed a mantra, which was, don't kill anyone today. I followed that mantra. It kept me out of prison. It kept me out of the graveyard. But I did indulge in my addictions, as maybe perhaps you are. Cheers, everybody, at Pecha Kucha. I did indulge, and I did continue to suffer. But along the way, someone said, you've got to fight the good fight, Scott. Yes, it's a fight, and you don't like to fight, but that's what's here. So I found some hope. I found a glimmer of a future. I found some support in friends and strangers. I learned and planned, and I learned to choose from real choices, not from fantasies. Along the way, I felt like I was backpacking a bag of bricks, sharp corners and abrasion and heavy, and I'd try and cast them off. They were memories of things and places and towns and names of people that I couldn't even think about without bursting into tears. But I kept going. I didn't kill anybody. And I decided to figure out what was I thinking that was a distraction, how to choose my focus and be more mindful of what was now. And my second mantra became, reduce suffering for all beings. Even her. And it helped me make better choices about what to say and what to not say, and what to do and how to think about my children, reduce suffering for all people. And each day that I didn't say something stupid or do something stupid was a success. And more light came into my life. And I learned to let go. I learned to let go of a fantasy world that would be the world as I thought it should be if I were king for a day. And slowly I began to build some confidence after failing at marriage, after being kicked under the bus. And lo and behold, in that process, someone appeared who turned out to be my right wife. I had already spent time with my wrong wife. We met by accident. We took it slowly. And here it is still working about 15 years later almost. And along the way, I learned to dream in color again. I moved back from Madison to our country home where they were living, and I bought a better home than I had before. I chose carefully which battles to fight with that other woman. I learned about limits on what I could and couldn't do, and now I'm actually writing the book. Watch for it to come out this year. So today, I live in Shangri-La. You'd be jealous. Everything is right, and I have now accrued more than 5,000 days on this planet since the day when I was going to end it all by terminating my life. And they have been among the best days of my life. So when life throws events at you, I invite you to consider being the Pooh. Instead of saying, this isn't supposed to be happening this way, and trying harder to make it happen your way, try the Pooh way, that things happen in the right way at the right time, at least when you let them. The Pooh just is.